Paul, what would you like to say?
Hi, James. I'm speaking both as a parent and as professionally as director of the charity London Play.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a solution. I have an answer to your question about the paranoia, and I also have some very good news about what's coming down the line, because I do this as an everyday thing. So the paranoia, I think, you've heard of fake news. I think it's freak news that has caused the paranoia. Freak as in a freak storm, a one-off thing.
Yes.
So every 10, 15 years there's a big incident like Madeleine McCann, and the attention it garners is totally disproportionate to the possibility of it happening to us. We know that as parents. We know it's like lottery chances of our child getting abducted, and yet such is the penetration of that story, of those stories, that they make us think the world is unsafe for our children. And the fact is it isn't. The fact is that things have got no dangerous than they were 30, 40 years ago. Abduction of children hasn't risen at all.
No, but here's the problem, for me at least, and it's a very personal perspective, this. I think you're probably right about media coverage changing and these stories assuming an amplification that wasn't there previously. But my dad was a journalist, and he covered both the Moors murders and several, most infamously, the murder of a newspaper boy called Carl Bridgewater, who was shot outside a farm that was being burgled in Hagley. So Dad would cover these stories, including Myra Hindley's trial and Ian Brady's trial, and then he'd come home and let me run wild. So if anyone was going to be fearful of freak news, it would be the freak journalist, and yet he was different from me.
Well, no, because he understood that the odds are...
but I understand that. We all understand what the odds are, and yet we all behave...
Well, this is what our job at London Play is, to push back and restore children's right to play. And children haven't changed, by the way, James. Children still seek adventure.
No, you're right.
They still want to manage and recognise risk. I was at Lloyd's Bank for a charity thing in the week, and I was with some senior bankers, and I was talking about adventure playgrounds, of which London has the most in the world. We are the leaders of adventure playgrounds, staffed adventure playgrounds. And
is that true? Like where?
True.
Where are they?
Oh, there's about 80 in London. There's
What's the nearest one to Clapham? I'm taking my godson out on Sunday.
Nearest one to Clapham might well be in Lambeth.
All right.
There's about 5 or 6 in Lambeth.
I'll look into
it. Go to London Play's website. And
I will. And are you the organisation that encourages parents to get the parking and the streets cleared? Yes, my sister-in-law's done that in Herne Hill.
Oh, I might have spoken to her.
You almost certainly have.
The hunger is out there, James, and may I extend an offer to your lovely listeners? Tomorrow in Hyde Park, it's a free event, 11 o'clock at the bandstand. Children turn up where they can make junk instruments with us, and then they get to play them on the bandstand.
Oh, great.
This is the sort of desire that children have. It's free. It's in Hyde Park. It's going to be a wonderful event. 11 o'clock at the bandstand, James. I expect to see you there.
I shall do my best. I think I'm busy tomorrow. I'm not being funny, but I haven't got my instructions off Mrs. O'Brien yet for this weekend. I know I'm out on Sunday with my godson. I'm pretty sure there's something in the diary for tomorrow. But you owe me $5,000 now for smuggling that advert onto the programme.
No problem. But one last point, James.
No, you owe me $5,000. I want it in the park.
You're going to get it.
All right, carry on.
Charity work.
You can't just come on and I keep with your charity schmarity coming on here, free adverts. My kids need shoes. Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, so I talked about London having the most adventure playgrounds. They developed in the 1940s on bomb sites after World War II. In America, North America now, if you click adventure playgrounds, there's one on Governor's Island on the East River in New York. They are sprouting up in America, and they're being, if you look at NBC and all the big news channels are carrying stories about these playgrounds, because they are saying these are the places where helicopter parents aren't allowed in, children that are wrapped in cotton wool are set free, and they're given hammers and stuff to play, build stuff and shown how to use it, because children don't deliberately want to hurt themselves. If you show them how to use something, they'll use it. And they're taking off. So it's going to come back over to this country. And in fact, I've got a meeting with the Mayor's office very soon to talk about adventure playgrounds, because I think he values play and adventure play. And London is, if you're in London, you have the most adventure playgrounds. Go out there, find them, send your kids in there, they'll have a ball.
We like Paul. I think I'm going to use a word that is overused, but not by me. I don't use it very often. I think you have an inspirational air, Paul.
Thank you, Jake. You too.
Thank you, mate. Take it easy. 12:42 is the time.